Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rubber Creatives podcast. I am your host, Delano, and I help restaurants increase their revenue using the Rubber Growth system. All right, so last episode we spoke about following up with your customers and getting them to make that buying decision to actually shop with you. All right. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about retention. Now they shopped, what you're going to do to retain them, to let them want to shop again and again and again, and also how to get that referral, to get them to speak to their friends, their family, their loved ones about how amazing your restaurant is and why they should go there. All right. So let us dive right into that. Now, this is a part that is, you know, special to me because that is at the core of what we do at Rebel Creatives. Right? We help restaurants to increase their revenue by getting their best customers to come back more often and spend more when they do. Right? It's as simple as that. We focus on retention. And just to give some clarity, like majority of restaurants out there, they focus on acquisition, right? Trying to get new customers, anything to get new customers. But really and truly, where the real profit is if you can focus on your best customers, your current customers, and get them to come back more often, right? When you get your profits from that, then you can reinvest in getting new customers. And the beauty is, your current customers, your super fans, your best customers can help you to increase your conversion rates if you leverage their honest opinion about your business while you're doing your marketing. All right. And I'm going to go into that today. So this podcast might be a little bit winded, but let's dive right into how you can increase your retention. So a person buys, they're on your list, you know who they are. If you're not building your list, then you're doing something wrong. All right. So you have your list, you have your channel. They bought from you. Now you want to make sure that you are engaging with them, you're following up with them, and you are giving them call to action that gets them to come into your restaurant and shop with you. So one of the techniques that we use is that we first and foremost remind them of any bonuses or any awards or promotions or anything by following up by messaging them once a week. All right. And we use SMS. The reason for that is higher open rate, higher click through rate, just more responsiveness from persons when they get anything on their phone. All right. So just so you know too, open rate on for SMS messages is 98% on average. All right. And persons who take action or reply after getting a message within 5 minutes is 95%. All right. So these are some good stats, right? If you want people to see the message and if you want them to take action, SMS is the best way. And because of that, we always do one per week. No more than that or too much because they're not hiding away from the messages. They're going to get it. So you don't want to bombard them with too much messages or anything like that. All right. So, what do you message to your list, your best customers, to get them to come back and become loyal and stuff like that, right? So, you have them on your list. You're going to message them about um, your exclusive offers, but you can also message them just to remind them to come in, right? So, for example, if it's Friday, you want people to come in, you can just message them. It's been a long week. Why don't you come and visit our restaurant and feast on our great or amazing juicy burgers, with your friends? Come on over. We have your seats waiting. Finish, just like that. You don't have to offer a discount. You don't have to offer some bonuses or anything like that all the time. All right. Um, Once you get that down, you'll be able to be remembered and get them to come in. All right. The next thing that you want to do to increase your retention is, like asking for their birthdays, and messaging them on their birthday. You are always that one company, that remembers and give them something and invite them to come on over and, do things with you. Now, we're going to move on to a little bit about the referrals. Like with the referrals, Now a person buys from you, you can ask them, hey, why not share, your amazing experience with your friends and invite them over so that they can experience it for themselves too, and you can do it with them, things like that. What One little trick that we do is that once a person redeems their offer that you gave them, we send them a message like 2 hours after, on autopilot, of course. And it will be like saying, thank you so much for supporting our restaurant. If you love the experience and would love to share it with your loved ones, here is a code on us, friends of, you can say friends of Sal's, if that's your restaurant name, or you can have a shortening for it, and they will get 20% off their next order, something like that. And that will encourage them to share because they have that wonderful experience, but they're also giving the person as a gift. They can give this person, say, hey, here's this code, and you can know how much persons are coming in due to referrals. But guess what? When they come in, they're going through the same system, all right, of you following up with them, encouraging them to revisit and, get certain things coming out. So I recently did a video training where I literally trained restaurant owners how they can increase their food orders by $10,000 each and every month within 90 days. All right. That video is on YouTube, but since it's all about retention, I'm going to, just discuss it right here on this podcast. So it doubles as, that extra resource for you guys who are listening here on this channel. Now, I did mention that the focus that most restaurants are, doing is focusing on acquiring new customers. And how they do that is by doing Facebook ads, Instagram ads, newspaper, radio, and all of those things, right? And they're fine, they're good. But the problem is they cost a lot of money, you know. And right now, the profit margins for restaurants low because guess what? You're using Grubhub, you're using Uber Eats, and the reason for that is you want that exposure. Because when you're on Grubhub or Uber Eats, they'll put you in front of hundreds and thousands of your local audience, right? But what if you had your own system that's doing that? That way you save that 30% that you're paying in fees. How would your restaurant look saving an extra, $10,000 each month just because they're not paying fees? We haven't even talked about the retention part as yet. Just switching to having your own online ordering system or having a way that people can order online directly from you is what would be very important to just increase your profit margins by even just 30%. All right, good. Now you have $10,000 extra. And just, quick maths. If you were getting like 50 orders a day, average order value about 2025, and you were to get that kind of order load through Grubhub, you would be paying up to $10,000 and some change every single month. All right, in fees. All right, so imagine you could save that and you can reinvest that in a system where you're focusing now on your current customers, and you won't have to spend all of that. All right, you're spending a fraction. Let's just say you have a system that costs you maybe 2,000. So now you save 10,000. You use 2,000 to invest in a system that will generate up to 30K in revenue. All right, that's $38,000 a month that you've put back into your restaurant just doing some quick maths out there, and that's what we help restaurants to do. So you want to have your own channel. You don't want to rely on third parties, Facebook, Instagram, the newspaper, and all that, who is taking a chunk of your money to give you potential exposure, potential sales. Because this is one thing too, traffic doesn't equal sale. All right, traffic doesn't equal profit. Traffic doesn't equal more revenue. All right, because you have to convert them. What if they didn't convert? You're not getting back that money. That money is spent, you're getting seen, but That's about it. You can't control, and you're having to convince people to try you out who don't know you, trust you, or like you as yet. So you have to spend more time, more money, and that is why it's like we call it like a marketing graveyard. When you're trying to get new customers to buy your new products or whatever, you're spending a lot of money there, but it costs you way more than what you're going to get. So you need to find a more efficient way to attract new customers while getting your best customers to come back more often. And the first thing boiling back to all the episodes are very, I think, second episode where we talk about irresistible offer. That's how you will attract. You have an irresistible offer on a nice high converting landing page. That's your campaign. We like to call it your campaign. All right. And then what you want to do is get people to join that campaign, to see that campaign. Free ways. First one, Facebook page. You just go on your Facebook page, you create a post. You can post that is inviting people to join your VIP club. And so that campaign can be a VIP club campaign where you say, for example, and I'll use, let's say, let's decide Bill's Pizza. We'll use Bill's Pizza moving forward, right? So you can say, all right, join Bill's Pizza VIP club and earn 20% on your first order with us. That's it. Put their first name, their phone number, press enter, and they go in. All right. Now you have your list. Now you have your own channel that you can direct people to. They're signed up. Facebook post, you do that. You put the link. You tell them you have to have a call to action. You say, click the link below to sign up as a VIP. And you put it in the comments. All right. Why not in the actual post? Because it will get suppressed by Facebook. They don't like when you send people off their platform. All right. So you want the post itself to be what should I say? Loved by Facebook. But then now in the comment, you made that first comment, you just drop the link there. And then if you should decide to do ads on boosting that post, you can, and it's going to be much cheaper. All right. That's a pro tip there. The next thing that you can do is create promotional cards. All right. So you can just have some little business card size cards that is promoting your campaign, your VIP club. All right. You send this out to people, and how you will do this is like if people order takeout, you drop it in the packaging. When you meet them in the parking lot or at the window and you give them their food, it's in there, they see it. And on that card, you can say, thank you for supporting us. Why not join our VIP club and get 20% off your next order? Right? Do you see how your best customers, people who love your food, they're buying from you, will be easy to just say, hey, yeah, why not? And they'll join. All right. Now, once you have this set up, right, you can use this strategy also with Grubhub and Uber Eats order any third party, right? Because at the end of the day, those foods are those meals are prepared and packaged by you, your restaurant, right? So if a order comes in from Grubhub or Uber Eats, you drop a card in there telling them to join your VIP club. So now you can get their contact information and you can reach out to them. All right. The next thing is when you do it this way, right? If you have your own online ordering system, you can always redirect them to your system. So if you are in a position where you want to be using Grubhub and Uber Eats, you can just leverage them. You don't have to rely on them. They give you that initial exposure, but you now get subsequent orders on your own platform. All right. Hope you love that one also. The next thing that you can do is use QR codes on your table tents. All right, have table tents in your restaurant where people dining in can just sign up and join your VIP club. Again, on it you can say, hey, why not join our VIP club and get 20% off your next order. All right. That's it. Super simple. They can scan the QR code, it takes them to your campaign, and then all they have to do is put in their name and their phone number, and they're in. All right. Now, this is a very simple strategy, but I hope you can see how effective it would be in growing your list, your own channel that you can tap into and monetize. All right. Now, I did mention how you monetize, so I won't go into too much detail. But the first thing is you want to deliver on your promise. So if people are signing up for 20% off, they're getting a message right on their phones saying, "Hey, thank you for signing up for our VIP Bill's Pizza VIP club. Here is your redemption code, or here's your coupon for 20% off. Call us to take advantage of this code. It expires in 14 days." All right. And now that last part is another pro tip. You're going to give expiration, sorry, to your codes. You don't want it to be something that's there and it's forever. You want it to expire. And the reason for this is you want to give a sense of urgency. All right. You want people to come into your restaurant tomorrow, next week, within 14 days, not next year, next 3 months, next 6 months. No, you want them to be coming and trying your food more often. All right. So give a reasonable expiration time, 14 days, and remind them. Don't just give an expiration date, remind them. All right. So you can send a follow up 7 days after, and 1 day before it expires, just so they remember to come and take advantage of that offer. All right. And next thing, to get them to come in, to help them to retain, is to follow up with them. Remember their birthdays, ask if you don't know, so you can remember and give promotions when that is happening, and also following up every single week, right? Just send them a nice message, right? If it's a 10% off, or a free slice of pizza with $20 order and up, or you tell them that, oh, today we are going to give double points for orders $30 and up. Whatever promotion that you might be pushing, you can just let them know about it every week and stuff like that. And then the beauty about having this channel and using SMS is that you have a fancy little feature we call broadcasting, where you can just go in the platform, compose a message, let everybody know that they can come in now. So, for example, if Tuesday is a little bit slow for you, you can go in and say, "Hey, everyone, we just made 22 of our juicy duck fat burgers. Come on in and get yours before they're gone." You know, everybody will see that message. And as we said before, 98% open rate, and you'll get a bunch of them calling, taking action to do that. 95% of persons will respond within 3 minutes, within 3 to 5 minutes of getting that message. All right, if they're interested. So that's it. That's how you basically build your channel. You tap into it to monetize it and be able to make additional revenue from your best customers month after month after month. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you see how you can, increase your retention rate so that you can increase your revenue. And why this is so important is the average retention rate for restaurants is 30%. And that just means that 7 out of 10 persons will visit your restaurant only once. All right. And if you could focus on that and increase your retention rate by even 5%, your revenue can go up by up to 75%. It's like a no-brainer as to why you need to, do this. And before I even go, let me even go a little bit deeper in that. Now you have your best customers, they're coming back. But what you can do is get reviews. All right. You can message them to leave a review on Google, Yelp, whichever source. And you pick one. If you prefer Yelp, Yelp. If you prefer Google, Google. All right. But you pick one, or Facebook, whichever one you prefer. But you want to ask them to leave reviews, right? And then you want to leverage that review. You want to make sure that you are tapping in to use those reviews everywhere you can, on your website, on all the pages that you have, out there so that it can help to increase your conversion. Even on your campaign page, if you can just drop some reviews there so let people know that there are people out there loving your food, and kind of build on that fear of missing out factor, right? Saying, oh my gosh, everybody's enjoying this food. Why am I not? And they come to your restaurant, with that anticipation, with that, and you will deliver, all right? And you will turn them into super fans, all right? Another pro tip before I go is that what if you could turn all of your best customers into affiliates right as soon as they sign up. All right. No extra step for them, nothing. Only more rewards. All right. And it's super simple. With our system, once they sign up, they put in their name and their phone number. You can now turn them into affiliates. So the next page that they see, that thank you page, is telling them how to share that campaign with other persons and what rewards they will get based on the amount of points that they rack up. All right. I hope you see how powerful that is in growing. We basically help you to turn your best customers, right? Customers who love you, customers who trust you, customers who know you, right? Into super spreaders for you. We, strategically set up the reward system so that you can get maximum participation and people going right above and beyond to get up to like 10 persons in. Imagine if you have 100 persons in your list and even 5%, even five of them go out there, or 10%, even 10 of them go out there and get 10 persons. That's your list double to from 100 to 200 without you having to spend any extra money or more money in ads. All right. This is you just doing things, how focusing on you know creating delicious food and providing wonderful service and making your current customers happy, and they are out there turning into super spreaders, advocating for your restaurant and pulling in new customers. All right. And that is how you want to be attracting new customers into your restaurant. One, with an irresistible offer, and two, with word of mouth, with your happy customers going out there and spreading your awesomeness to their loved ones. All right. So, if you follow everything I've mentioned in this podcast, you should be able to see results in as little as 30 days. All right. Um, it's as simple as that. The only hiccup that you would have in implementing this is what system you are using. Do you have the time? Do you have the know-how? Do you have a proper system that will efficiently and effectively help you to build your list and to engage with them and get them to take action? That's the only concern that you would have. If that is a concern and you would like help to build something like this, reach out to us, and we can have our team jump on a call with you, show you more about how we help to make this a reality and get started on your restaurant and help you to generate 30K and more per month in additional revenue. All right. So again, thank you so much for making it to this episode, and I wish you all the best in your restaurant business. All right. Delano Wallace signing out.